One might argue that even if it looks real, it isn't. My dog as a sticker, my colleagues and I full of hot air, or animating one of my favorite stills with my mother are harmless AI creations. But what about videos where the line between reality and AI-generated content blurs? When these digital manipulations become political, emotional, or even dangerous, the stakes change entirely. Just a year ago, we sat down with illustrator Dale Stefanos to learn how to spot artificially generated images.
It doesn't do hands well. It's weird with teeth.
But before we even left his home, AI applications were already evolving, fixing those very flaws and making it even harder to detect a fake.
If you asked me that a year ago, I might have said try and count the fingers, but we're so far past that now that you sort of are left exposed.
We meet with Griffin Smith, an art and artificial intelligence instructor at the Rhode Island School of Design.
When I first pitched my class to RISD, I said it's going to be so great because the technology is so advanced. If we put in a prompt, it only takes like 30 or 45 minutes to get an image back.
Just 4 years later, the time it takes to generate an image,
3 or 4 seconds.
And the quality has advanced dramatically.
When I started teaching at RISD, this is what the state of the art looked like.
Wow.
And now today, it looks like this.
In 4 years, this is incredible.
4 years' time.
We wanted to put our knowledge to the test. Could we spot the fake? And now you can play along at home too. Which one of these images is real?
I'm gonna say this is the actual piece.
Why do you think?
Because it just looks a little older to me.
How did you do? Now let's try again. How about these pictures? Can you spot the fake?
I'm gonna say this is real and that's AI.
And now, take a look at these. Can you spot the real human?
I'm gonna say that this one is real.
Wrong again. So how can we protect ourselves from being fooled?
I think we have to do is stay literate about why might you be shown an AI image? Are they trying to trick you? But if you see something very upsetting, something that you feel like was current events and you're not sure, that's when you need to try and corroborate it.
In other words, while misinformation evolves, the best ways to combat it remain the same.
AI is, to me, just a new extension of trying to be literate on the internet, which means not believing everything you see, understanding how this got to you, and fact-checking it with other sources.
Here's a question. What do dirty sneakers, a hot dog, and a Rolex watch all have in common? Well, they are real, but is it cake? Welcome to Oak Leaf Cakes in Boston. Scattered among their single, double, and triple tier birthday and wedding cakes, you will find some masterpieces of hyper-realism in the pastry world. These cakes can resemble anything from everyday foods to a 3D version of your favorite pet.
We pretty much take on any challenge that someone gives us, whether it's an airplane or a giant pair of sneakers, corn dog. Pretty much, if you have an idea, we can probably do it.
2 years ago, former cake consultant Julie Lyon and pastry chef Mike Wellen took on new titles, owners. Around the same time, the show Is It Cake propelled the world of hyper-realistic cakes to new heights, boosting an already flourishing part of their business.
Definitely. A lot of people email us and say, oh, my daughter loves this show, Is It Cake? Or my friend loves this show, so can you please make a cake that looks like a corn dog?
They mix up a diverse set of skills, from baking to artistry to engineering.
Some of the cakes need to be suspended off of the cake board, so that takes a lot of engineering, sometimes steel rods and screws. I feel like we build our knowledge and skills with each cake that we do.
Olivia had to learn to bake on the job, her background in art, which plays well here.
Each one I do is a challenge. The first step for me is always finding a photo focusing on color and texture.
Sometimes using simple tools like tinfoil. Some of these cakes take up to 2 days to perfect, looking so realistic that cutting into them feels almost wrong. They hear that a lot.
We say, no, eat it. You're supposed to eat it.
It's just amazing.
Wow,
and
it's
Oak Leaf
crazy.
Cakes says they've never had to say no to a cake request, but they do spend a lot of time figuring out what will and will not work before they start their building.
Yeah, and there are AI apps out there that allow artists to watermark their work to protect them, but they are quickly being outpaced by the speed of generative AI.